to get started, if you want to achieve a perfect flawless base, you must start with a primer, because not to prime is a crime, so Chloe Morello says. So today I'm using, I don't actually know what's called. Today I'm using this Pure Magic Primer by She.com, and it's also a pore minimizer, so it's going to make my pores vanish. So I'm going to start by applying this all over my face and make it feel so smooth. And before obviously doing any makeup or anything, make sure you moisturize your face so it's nice and healthy and glowy and moist. I don't know. And definitely concentrate the primer in your T-zone section, just because this is where most people's problems with their skin occur. So my primer is all done. So next we have our foundation. No, we don't. I skipped a step. So today one of the main things that I'm going to be using is this concealer palette, which just looks like this. And it's not as expensive as you think it would be. I got it off a site called tmart.com, and I'll leave the link below to where you can get it. And it's free worldwide shipping, and it's takes about 3 weeks to come or something like that. But it's really handy. I use it for everything. So I'm just going to be grabbing this green colour here, because I just have some redness on my nose and cheeks that I'd like to get rid of. And as we all know, green gets rid of red. So I'm going to be applying this just over my red parts. And then I'm going to use my Beauty Blender to just blend that in before we apply our foundation. Alright, because I have lots of natural freckles, as you can see, and I really like my freckles, so I do like to show them through my makeup. So I'm going to use a very light coverage, natural coverage makeup, and it's by Starlet, and it's in the shade Natural Ivory. So I'm just going to put this on my hand, and I'm going to use a brush that's gone missing. I'm going to use this brush by UBU. It's kind of like a buffing brush, and I'm just going to dab the foundation on my face. I'm not going to use too much because, as I said, I don't want it to be like crazy. I just want it to even out my skin tone and just make it look flawless and beautiful. So now I'm just buffing that in. And make sure, please, that you go down your neck and on your ears, because you don't want to have different coloured neck and ears. So just buffing that into your skin. I recommend putting on foundation with one of these brushes unless you're going to blend it afterwards, because this just looks like you've just painted on your face, and it's not a good look. Like, I use my Beauty Blender too. Both are really good options to getting like a really nice full coverage foundation look. So that is the foundation done. So as you can see, it's just smoothed out my skin, but you can still see my freckles, and it doesn't look too cakey or anything like that. So once we're finished buffing it into our skin, I'm going to show you like a couple of little tricks that I like to do with concealer, just to give you like a flawless, contoured flawless face. I think someone should keep account of how many times I'm going to say flawless in this video and So, taking my contour palette from T-Mart. Sounds so dodgy, T-Mart, ooh. And taking this brush, I'm going to take the lightest concealer shade, which is this one here. It doesn't have a name, but it's just the lightest colour in the palette. I'm going to take this on the brush, and then under my eyes in a triangle kind of shape, I'm just going to put it on my fuzz. Weird little triangles under your eyes. You're going to get some more and go down the bridge of your nose. So this all depends on the shape of your face, but since I have a very big forehead, I'm not going to put any highlight on my forehead because I don't want that part to stand out. We're putting highlighter on the parts that we want to stand out. So if you have quite a small forehead, then I probably would go ahead and put some of that concealer on your forehead just to make it seem more bigger and open, and so on and so forth. It's not very good camera, I'm sorry. But as you can see, I've just highlighted up these parts under my eyes. So now I'm going to be contouring, and personally I like contouring with powder, but today I'm going to use a cream and a powder as well, just so we get really defined cheekbones. So I'm going to use this palette again. And in this very corner there is like a really dark brown colour, and I'm just going to grab it on this again. It's alright if it still has concealer on it, doesn't matter. You don't want too much of this, like it's so much better to put a little bit and keep adding to it until you get the colour you want, instead of just going in and being like holy shit and need to start again. So just taking a little bit, I'm going to look where my natural, so I'm going to, if you put your brush from about the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth, that is where your cheekbone should be. So if you press it down, you can see there's a hollow under there. And basically the purpose of contouring is to define that hollow. So we're just going to draw . Okay, so that's done now. That's our cheeks. Again, as I said, I have a very large forehead, so I'm definitely going to contour my forehead. So just taking a bit of that, I'm just going to go around . It is there. So next, I don't like the shape of my nose. It's very wide and I want to make it look like it's smaller. So I'm just going to contour the sides of my nose, just using the same brush and product and everything. I look like I look like a chipmunk or something. Okay, and then last of all, we're just going to contour our neck. The next part is to blend like crazy because you don't want any of these lines to be noticeable. You just want it to be natural basically. So I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to start blending everything. A kabuki brush, if I can get it. I'm just going to use my kabuki brush and buff it in even more. So now that that's done, I'm going to be taking a powder bronzer now just to make it a bit darker and to my liking. So I'm going to be using Hoola by Benefit bronzer on a fan brush like this one, which is a bit dirty, but I'm sorry. And basically just going over all those areas we just contoured. Before I actually powder my face, I'm just going to quickly put a bit of blush on because I just feel like I need some colour in my cheeks. So I'm just going to grab a blush brush, this one here, and I'm going to be using MAC in Peaches. So I'm just lightly applying that to the apples of my cheeks, and it's basically over the bronzer that we did. Because we've got different tones happening in our face, a skin colour powder is just going to cover everything and all your hard work is just going to go to waste. So definitely use a translucent powder. So I've put powder on and set everything. So I'm just giving you a close-up. Beautiful. So that's pretty much the tutorial that I have for you. I'm just going to go and do all my makeup now so I can just show you what it looks like all together now. And yes, alright, see you in 2 seconds. So I've just finished the rest of my makeup and this is the finished look. So just got some Wet n Wild red lippy on, and for the eyes I used e.l.f. fine liner and the Chi Chi Nudes palette. So that is the finished look. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It really does mean a lot, and it would mean even more if you guys went to my channel and subscribed, liked and commented on this video, and also gave me more video ideas because I'm like really at the end of my idea line of the tracks. I don't know. So just give me some more ideas and I will do them if possible. I mean, obviously if you say go jump off a building, well obviously I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. But if you have any realistic video requests or ideas, please send them to me because that would be ace. So thanks for watching and bye!